like a Hellcat.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm Nvida GT, and today we have here Batman, the Telltale series that was developed by, well, the Telltale, and it's using their engine, Telltale Tools Upgraders. A lot of Telltale in these titles. So, let's check the graphics that I'm currently using. So I'm using the high settings right now, the lowest settings right now, and I'm using the native resolution, and the game is running like shit, to be honest. So why the hell I'm using native resolution if the game is running like shit? Well, that's because every time I try to lower the resolution, the game just goes into a white screen. I try to change drivers, I try to check the cache of the game, trying to search for damage files or anything, nothing worked. I didn't even try to disable full screen and see if the game worked windowed, because I personally don't like to play with Windows, and I believe that many players are just like me and don't like it either. But one thing is for sure, I tried this game on my desktop times ago, like 1 month ago, and it was horrible, and since that day I knew that possibly my laptop wouldn't run this game as I would expect. So let me just create a new save point to start with the first episode. Okay, so let me just see if I have subtitles. Okay, I have them. Let me check if the graphics, okay, it's fine, everything is fine. So let's start the game. So like any Telltale game, the frame rate is not entirely important. I mean, if I'm having 20 frames per second, I would be fine with the 20 frames per second, because this is like watching a movie. Okay, there are some quick time events that you need to do, but usually, even at 20 frames per second, you can actually manage to play it. But this case, the Batman from the Telltale series, it's so bad optimized that even consoles are around that frame rate. So if the game was always running like this at 20 frames per second, I was okay with the game, to be honest. But since we reached this place 14 frames or 15 frames, I started to be like, okay, shit, this is going down. This is not going well, but let's wait a little bit more and see how the game runs in a few seconds. But this sequence here was in fact lightweight, there is no problem with it, and for me it was fine if the game was continuing to run like this. But as soon as we reached this sequence and I saw like 10 FPSs, I was like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm sorry for the language, but that is true. Having a game with these graphics, which is, to be honest, nothing special, and seeing the game runs like 10 FPS and sometimes even 9 FPS, for me is completely unacceptable. Okay, this is like watching a movie, but you are not going to watch a movie at 9 FPS. That is a PowerPoint slideshow, in my opinion. And that is why I'm raging to this game. Okay, you might say, okay, your laptop is shit and anything. Yes, but I can run Battlefield 1 with better frame rate, and I can actually lower the resolution without broke up the entire game. So Telltale was never known for its accomplishments in technical side, but I was never expect this to be as bad as it is in here. And you want to know more? They done nothing since the last month until today to make it better, so they don't really give a fuck about it, and that is what worries me the most in the developers that are lazy as fuck. I'm sorry for the language, I know that YouTube now penalizes people that says bad words or swear words, but I think that Telltale deserves this, because they are just milking with Batman, with Borderlands, with Walking Dead. They are picking up anything they can to build games, but they don't care a fuck about its technical side, and that is completely unacceptable, because people that usually like to play these games have low-end computers and don't have like big monster computers to play. Most of the people have like low-end laptops or low-end desktops, and it's exactly these games that are demanding, which makes completely no sense at all. So with that, I'm going to let you enjoy a little bit more gameplay of the game, and we'll talk a little bit better about the results without recording. You can check on the description, or wait just a little bit, or click the green rectangle saying frame rate. With that, hope you enjoy this new this minute that is missing, and
Every
hope to
drop
see you
of
soon.
blood,
Goodbye.
everything you've sacrificed. The city is safer now, but it's made you a target. And people will keep you in the crosshairs.
I can handle it.
Shit! The hell'd he go? Whatever got in, don't let it get out. What was that? Huh?
Hello guys, welcome back now to the performance section of the video. So I got this with the native resolution and minimum settings, and as you can see we have an average of 14 FPS and a minimum of 9, and then it was a little bit peak there to 34 FPS, which I personally don't know, but it was so small that I don't really give a damn. So the percentage of FPS, this is my consistency test, and as you can see 87% of the frames will be lower than 20 FPS. So for me it's completely unacceptable. If you want to play a game like this, I think you can actually play it, because like I told you, this is more and less just quick time events and watching a movie, but even watching a movie with lower than 20 FPS, for me it's completely unacceptable. Looking to the other stuff, the game consumes 1.2 GB of VRAM, the RAM usage was inferior than 4 GB of RAM, which seems that the RAM is not a problem. The CPU usage was fine, so all this game demands its GPU for no reason in my opinion, because the graphics are not that special and the game is consuming the entire GPU, so nothing of this entirely makes sense. This game requires a ton of optimization, or at least let us tweak more settings, like for example disable shadows or stuff like that, that could improve the performance for people with low-end computers. So that's all I want to talk about Batman from Telltale. Hope you did enjoy this video. Well, it was a little bit laggy, wasn't it? And hope to see you soon. Goodbye.